Shabbat Shalom. I'm so glad to see people here. Shabbat Shalom. Montgomery, it's good to see everybody back. I'm glad everybody is dry on this wonderful day. Um, hey, yeah, come on in. So we're going to start it off with candle lighting. I'm going to go down and light candles. Anyone who wishes to, please come up and light with me. Candle lighting can be found on page 4, I think. Yep. As I light these candles, may my eyes be open to the light of the world. As I light these candles, may my inner eye perceive the light within me. May these rays of light spread blessing throughout the world, to my family and my friends, to all who know me, and to all whose need. By your light we shall see light. May it be your will that I may be at peace, and that peace may reign amongst all. Amen. Let's continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Barchuni l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. So we continue with our practice of reading Psalms. So it's Psalms 95 through 99. Can I have, I want, I need 4 volunteers, one to read each Psalm. So Psalm 95, David, 96, Fern, 97, Emily, and 98. Marcia, You're 98, Psalm 98. I don't know off the top of my head. And Elaine, can you 99? All right, so 95 is David. We are on page 12. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's trumpet praise for our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song.
God's hands form the earth deep, mountains crest to our God's work. The sea is God's, for God's made it, fashioned by God's hands. Me in the press, page 12. We continue. Hands.
God's voice, now become hard-hearted. People very well, like the time of Massah in the desert, when your ancestors tried me and tested me, though they had seen what I had wrought.
Generation. These are, they do not know my way. So in anger, I swore they would not make progress. And we continue with Psalm 96 on page 14. Page 13. Tell the nations of God's glory. Speak to God's wonders and bow to Adonai. This place. Tremble before God's presence, all announce among nations, raids. The land is firm and will not be moved. Peoples will be judged. Amen. Thank you. We continue with we continue on page 15 with Psalm 97. Page 15. You're on the second half. Clouds of thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations sing God's glory. Zion hears of it and rejoices. The cities of Judah exalt. Adonai pass judgment. Those who Adonai hate evil, fix the lives of the faithful, hands of the sinful. Thank you. We continue on page 17 with Psalm 98. Adonai declared deliverance as nations looked on. God's righteousness was revealed. Call out to Adonai, all the earth. Break out in joyful singing. Sing to Adonai the music of the lyre. Lyre and voices make music together. With horns and shofar cries, trumpet the presence of the sovereign Adonai. Thank you. And our last, we continue with Psalm 99 on page 19. I know who's, yeah, I think, oh, yes. Adonai is great in Zion, above all nations. What's your name? Great and inspiring Holy One. Exalt Adonai, our God. I bow down before God, the Holy One. Exalt Adonai, our God, and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai, our God, is holy. And Ira, do you want to read Psalm on page 21? The voice of Adonai thunders over the waters. God, glorious thunders. Adonai over the great sea. Adonai with all his power. The voice of Adonai with all of his majesty. The voice of Adonai shatters the cedars. Lebanon, make the trees dance like cows. Mountains of Lebanon and Syrian like wild bulls.
As far as there, in God's sanctuary, all acknowledge the glory of God.
Adonai was enthroned above all the floor of waters. Enthroned Adonai is sovereign. Adonai will grant strength to God's people. Adonai will bless the peace. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 23. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmianu elam echad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet ve'letila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'asev machshava techila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha, Komitzi mitocha hafecha, Rav lach shevet be'emecha bacha, Hu yachamol alayach hemla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likra kala, Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likra hachala. Pene Shabbat nikabela. We go to page 25 on the last paragraph. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha uvetzohola toch emune am segula boi chala Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabela Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nikabela. Please have a seat. We continue with the Mourner's Kaddish on page 30. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabah, bi'alma divra chirute v'yamlich machute, b'chayechon v'yamechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru, yehe shmei rabah mevarach le'olam olamei olmaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit roman v'yit naseh v'yit tadar v'yit taleh v'yit halal shemei kudisha le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yama v'imru yehesh lama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. So this week we have Shavuot, which will be on Monday, and we also have the beginning of the book of Bamidbar, Numbers. But I'm going to tell you a story about creation that we were talking about earlier today. So in the story of creation, God creates, God let there be light, and God creates trees, and God creates more than one apple tree. He creates many apple trees at one time. He creates more than one shark. He creates many sharks at one time, and he creates more than one cow. He creates many cows at one time, many bulls, and many different types of animal. But God only creates one person, Adam, which Adam is man. And so the rabbis asked, why? Why did God create multiple of all living things except for humans? And we don't know. So the rabbis, of course, the rabbis have a bunch of different solutions. Just if they give you one solution, that's the answer. If they ask a question, give you an answer, that's the answer. They give you ask a question, give you two answers. It's this or this. If they ask a question and give you 10 answers, it means they don't know. But it's fun. Those are the best questions. Well, so one of them says that it's to prove God's sovereignty, because they say that it's like a coin maker. If you have a stamp and you make coins, a human who makes coins, every coin is the same. But God, even though he has the same stamp and is making different coins, we all turn out different. And so it's a celebration of our differences and of our humanity. I wanted to bring you that teaching this lovely Shabbat evening, to celebrate our differences and celebrate your uniqueness. Shabbat Shalom. So we continue with Arvit on page 39A. Please rise for the Baruch Hu. And body or spirit as you are able. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Vahed. Please be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv, aravim. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom u'mevi layla, umavdil ben yom u'vein layla, Adonai tziva'ot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamidim lo chaleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravim. We continue on page 40. Bless you. Avat olam beit Yisrael, ahamcha Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shachveinu u'v'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha. Benizmach b'divrei Toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayinu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nehege yomam v'layla. Vavat char al tusim imenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. We continue reading the Shema individually on page 42. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Yisrael, v'amarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdehem ledorotam, v'natnu al tzitzit hakanfa pitel v'techelet, v'haya lachem letzitzit, ura'item oto, uzachartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, v'asitem otam, V'lo taturu acharei levavchem acharei einechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, leman tizkeru v'asitim et kol mitzvotai, v'haitem kedoshim le'elohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, l'hiot lechem le'elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. We continue. Let's continue on page 43b. You proclaim the covenant on the seventh day. You love this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance. From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Jeshurun, the people you redeemed. You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us and forever. In 6 days your world was formed, and on the seventh day you rested. To honor your name, they sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. Continue on page 44. Willingly and accepting God's sovereignty, then Moses and Miriam and the people of Israel joyfully sang to you. Mi chamocha be'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei fe'eleh, malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei yam lifnei Moshe, zeli anu ve'amru. Vana emar ki Adonai et Yaakov u'ga'ala mi'achazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufrotz aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'ta'kanenu be'etza v'toval milefanecha, v'hoshienu le'aman shimecha, v'hagen ba'adenu, ufetzel kanafecha v'tastirenu, ki el shomrenu umatzilenu ata, ki el melech chanun v'rachum ata. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu l'chaim u'l'shalom mi'ata v'ad olam, ufrotz aleinu sukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 46. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael, et ha-shabbat, Lasot et ha-shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein v'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashevi shavat vayinafash yikadal v'yitkadash merabah Be'almadi vrachirte v'yamlich machute b'chayechon uvyomechon uchayedecho beit Yisrael bagala ubizman kari v'imru Yehi shmei rabba mivorach le'olam u'ame'amaya yitbarach Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitraman v'yitnase v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei kedusha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damidran be'alma b'imru. Amen. We continue with the silent Amida on page 47. Please rise in body or spirit as you are able and say your personal prayers, the prayers on the page or the ones in your heart. If you are still praying the Amida, please continue to do so and take your own time and your own space. It is definitely a good thing to do that. Um, the nighttime Amida is never repeated aloud in an evening service, but on Shabbat we celebrate the day by including each of the themes of the Amida in a single prayer, single bracha, after which we chant or sing aloud which we are going to chant and sing aloud now at the conclusion of the silent Amida. So we continue on page 53. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam vayechal Elohim hayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashevi'i vayikadesh oto Kivo shavat mikol melakto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elokei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara El Elyon Konei Shamayim va'aretz Magen Avod Bidvaro Mechaye Metim B'mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh Ein Kamohu Hameniach Le'amo B'yam Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Lefanav Navod B'yira v'fachad V'nodei lishmo b'chol yom tamid Me'on habrachot El hahodahot Adon hashalom Mekadesh HaShabbat Mvarech Shevi Umeniach Bigdusha Le'amik Dushne Honeg Zecher Lemase Bereshit. Page 54 on the top of the page. Our God and God of our ancestors, embrace our rest. Make us holy through your mitzvot and let Torah be our portion. Fill our lives with your goodness and gladden us with your deliverance. Purify our hearts to serve you truly. Adonai, our God, lovingly and willingly grant that we inherit your holy Shabbat, that the people Israel, who make your name holy, may find rest on this day. Baruch atah Adonai, who makes Shabbat holy. Yikadav yikadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divrach yirteh v'yamlich machuteh b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chay dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imeru. Yehesh. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalah shemei dekudashah. Le'lamim kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imeru. Tidkal bas lot honu va'uton dikol Yisrael kadam avuhon di v'shemaya ve'imeru. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru. Amen, amen. We rise for the Elenu on page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoe haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama Shalosam chelkenu kahem, Vegoralenu kechol hamonam, Ve'anachnu korim, U'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech, Malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu note shamayim ve'yosed aretz, U'moshev yikaru b'shamayim imal, Ushkinatu zo, B'govhei meromim, Hu Eloheinu enod, Emet malkeinu efes ulato, Kakatov betorato, Vaydatayom vehashivota elevavecha. Ki Adonai hu ha-Elohim, bashamayim imal, ve'al haaretz mitachat einod. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo echad. I'm going to go ahead and read out the people we are saying yahrzeit for this week. As always, if I mispronounce a name, please tell me, please correct me on the spot. And after that, if you are saying Kaddish for anyone this week, I'll give an opportunity to say your name as well. So this week, we are remembering Jeanette Capuano, Margaret Rothschild Kling, Pauline Murstein Davidson, Anthony Musco Jr., Clara Sprieger, Allegra Cohen, Annie Smith, Elizabeth Turner, Albert Goldfinger, Nace Allen, Adolf Miller, Oscar Ehrlich, Stefan Ensler, Jerome L. Berlin, Maurice Fleischman, and Joan Empel Rosenblum. We continue on with the Kaddish on page 58. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, B'alma divra chirute v'amlich machute, B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chaye techol beit Israel, Ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru, Yehesh me rabba mevarach le'olam olamei maya, Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit roman v'yit naseh, V'yit hadar v'yit haleh v'yit halal shemei dekudashah, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Ta'amiran b'yoma v'imru, Yehesh lama rabba min shamaya, V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. May the ones who create peace on high bring peace to us and to all of Israel. And we say, Amen. So announcements. Do we have announcements? Yes. Yes. Monday morning. It'll start at 7 a.m., 7:15 a.m., and yes, and there'll be people here who want to say Kaddish for a member who passed away this week. So we're gonna kind of combine purposes. No, no, but there's Monday morning. We could have Torah reading. That'd be great. June 10th, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, we have our first kosher class at 4 to 5 p.m. Just ongoing. Everything you didn't want to know, everything you wanted to know, you didn't want to know, and even more. It'll be exciting. We'll have games. It's food. What's not to love? We have Hebrew on 10 a.m. on Sunday. That is here. And on Friday, August 1st, we will have a speaker talking about the Jewish culture in Russia. Yes. And I also see Sisterhood Book Club on July 13th. Yes. No, it says Sunday, July 13th, Tuesday, June 10th. I just read them out of order. It's right on the bulletin. I will make sure that the person who puts together the bulletin knows. And we want to, there's this concept of Don Liskov, Don Likov Zechut, means judge favorably. So I can remember to do that for our typos or eventual mistakes that I will inevitably make. I didn't do this typo though, that one's not mine, but I will make them too, so. Okay. And thank you for doing this for free every week. Thank you, Tina, for doing that. On that, let's continue this over Kiddush, over snacks. We'll continue with Adon Olam. We'll conclude with Adon Olam on page 211. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Liet Nasa B'Ches HaKol Azai Malach Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Be'acharei Kiklot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nara Adon Olam Vehu Haya Vehu Oveh Behu iye batifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'Ches HaKol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Behu Echad V'Yein Sheni Laham Shilo Lehachbira Adon Olam Bali Reshit, Bali Tachlit, Velo Ha'oz V'Hamisra Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Leit Nasa B'Ches HaKol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Vehu Eli, V'chayt Goali, V'tzorchet li B'yitzara Adon Olam, Vehu Nisi Umanos li, Manakosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra Li'ed Nasa B'chefsa kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Be'ardo Afkid Ruchi Be'et Ishan Ve'ira Adon Olam Ve'im Ruchi Geviati Adonai li velo ira Adon Olam. Shabbat Shalom.